Hello, welcome to this video. Today we're going to do something, well, a little bit different because we're going back to my more, other half of my life, which is music. So, as you might see, I own a lot of CDs. A lot, considering my age. So I thought we would do a little CD collection video. Also, my mom's on the phone in the other room, so if you can hear that, my apologies. You're just gonna have to deal with it. So we're gonna go down like a shelf at a time. I have like a lovely little CD sorter like here. You can kind of see it. So let's start. We're not gonna do the audiobooks because we'll be here all day. I'll make a different video for that. Let's start at the top with my Disney CDs. This is probably like second smallest category I have. So this is actually the first CD I was ever it was actually like mine. Now what I call Disney. I've listened to this, so you can literally see how battered it is because of like so many car journeys and stuff. It's like absolutely tattered to bits. Disc's not straight. 1 minute. Okay. But yeah, I love this CD. There's like a really good selection. This doesn't have anything. This is the one I have is like up to Frozen. Like Moana Post isn't on there. Like the most recent stuff that's on there is stuff from Frozen. But yeah. So let me see. I'm just gonna like put them back up, I think. I'm sorry, I haven't really logistically planned this. I was just like, I need to film something. So yeah, the second one we have, some of the cases broke, so I had to like replace them over the years, so they're a little bit questionable. But is Beauty and the Beast. Whack myself on the face, why not? This is technically my mother's, but I nicked it because I do that a lot. I nick her CDs a lot. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. It's classic. It has all of the like soundtracky bits on it as well. Ooh, look, you can see the reflection of my phone. How weird. It's a bit strange. Anyways, but yeah. So this is like the Disney. The way I organise them for the shelf at least. I do them, obviously they're all Disney films, so I do them like by age that they came out. There's like one exception. What is going on with my fringe? Oh my god, it's such a mess. Anyway, what I have is Tangled. This is my favourite Disney film. I love this film so much. I've seen it so many times, and again, it's like the full one. It has like the score and everything. But yeah, I love it. I also really love the picture on the inside because I think it's really funny. But yeah, I love this film. This is my favorite Disney film. Nothing will ever top it. Nothing ever has. Nothing ever will. Childhood Memories. It's a few years. I don't actually know when that came out. To be fair. Let's have a look. It'll probably say on the back. 2010. I'd have been 2. Fun times. That feels really weird to think I'm like older than Tangled because I like do not remember a lifetime without that film. Yeah, the next one I have, this is where technically they're not in order, but like it will make sense in a minute, is Frozen. Frozen, fun fact, probably nobody wants to know. Frozen was the first film that I ever saw at the cinema. With my dad. He has like a list basically of all the things he sees every year. As you can tell, it's also incredibly battered. Like you can literally see the wrinkles in the lyric book. Oh my god, why none of these discs stay straight? Sorry, I have this really weird thing. I have to have the disc in like straight. So if it was like that, I will like straighten the disc. Oh god, I can't do that upside down. There we go. So it like actually looks neat. Please don't judge me. I have a thing. I'm working on the problem. The back cover is also really pretty. I don't know if you can actually see it very well because of the glare. That kind of works. It'll do. But yeah, again, it also has like the full score on it. Really should have thought this through better, but oh well. I never claimed to be good at logistics. I'm never going to be able to get into the logistics call. So when I have, this is where the out of order, but it makes sense, is Frozen 2. This one sadly doesn't have the score on, but it is what it is. I like the songs. I don't like the pop versions of them though. They traumatize me. But there we are. We don't need to go into that, which is very sad because I like most of the artists on that. Yeah. I love this. This is such an inspirational film for me. I remember I've seen it quite a few times. I have it on DVD downstairs. But I remember like when it came out thinking, oh, that's such a great, like, super inspirational for like the book that I write. This thing, I like write books in my head and then I can never actually write them. But I'm like this epic fantasy series, but it's not like quite plot perfect. And I need to like plot it properly before I do. I've got like the main gist. It's just kind of like some of the stops along the way aren't perfectly planned out. But yeah, I don't know why I'm flicking it like this. It's very fun. But yeah, so I also have. I just have to go through. Oh, I think I know why. It's probably because I leave them in my mum's car sometimes because we have CD players in our cars. Well, my parents' cars, obviously, I don't have one. And then she's probably put the disc back in and not put them in straight. It's not okay. I know I have issues though, so I'm not going to get mad at that. Next one I have is Moana. I love this film. So good. I've seen it, I don't even know how many times, probably about 4 or 5, which for me isn't that many. But I have seen the sequel, but the soundtrack sucks, frankly. Disney, sue me if you see it. I do care because I don't have any money. But like, I'm sorry, it's not very good. Just isn't. But the films are good, but soundtrack is not. But for Moana 2, Moana, the soundtrack is incredible. I love it. This one does again have like the full score and stuff, which I quite like because I listen. You'll see, as you'll see later. I was raised on classical music, so I do love me a good film score. But yeah, I just love this one. There's so many good songs on it. It like puts you in like such a specific mood, and I can't actually sail. I love to sail. It's one of my hobbies. So yeah, relatable character. And I was also like the similar age to the character when the film came out, because when did it come out? 2016. I was right. That was my guess. So I'd have been 6, 7, 8 when it came out. A bit younger than the character. Actually, I was younger than I thought I was. That's scary. I feel old. Anyway, we don't need to go on that rant. But yeah, Moana, iconic. Ooh. And then these two are so random. I literally bought them both for like one song on each disc. I'm just gonna do them at once. High School Musicals. I'll be fair, this one actually does have quite a few good ones on. I really love Wanderings, which is on there. A Billion Stories is quite funny. All I Want, obviously, is the Queen of all things. I do also love Just for a Moment's brilliant. Out of the Old is a really good one. I always listen to that when I was organising. I remember I put Out of the Old literally from this on loop when I was putting my lights up, which now don't work. So that was a waste of like 3 hours, but that was quite a while ago. But yeah, I did go through a phase of binge watching that obsessively. And then season 2, I bought it literally for the Rose song. Because, random Snapchat. Let's get rid of that. But yeah, best song ever of Olivia Rodrigo. It's so underrated. It makes me so sad. It's literally so sad. It's like my favourite Olivia Rodrigo song. I love it so much. And no one else does. My brass falling off. But you know, it makes me very, very sad. But there we are. And the next shelf down is the other thing I was raised on. Musicals. Actually see the shelf now because I accidentally whacked my phone. I'll put it this way. I'm like balancing them on my legs and then like flipping them. The first thing, again, I've had to replace the case because this was like, I have no clue how old this is. It's probably my parents. See, that's like reflecting right at my face. Is My Fair Lady. This is my favourite musical. I actually have a really sweet story about this. This was the first date my granddad ever took my grandma on, and they ended up getting married, so it worked. Go Grounded. It worked, so good for you. I mean, they're both dead, so they're not really gonna. Well, they can hear nothing. It's fine. I've never really gotten why the front cover looks like a back cover and the back cover looks like a front cover, or why there's no track list on the back anywhere in the case, but the track list is on the disc itself. How am I going to check the track listing if it's in the CD player? Ooh, shiny. Shiny. Anyway, we're definitely not going there, but yeah. I do love this. This is like my favourite musical of all time. Absolutely love it. If you haven't listened to it or watched it, I really recommend it. The film is really, really good too. So you don't have to worry about like not having seen it on stage, you won't like ruin it or anything, because the film is really good. I have technically never seen it on stage. It makes me very sad. It's one of my life goals. But yeah, you should 100% listen to it because it's really good. I really love singing it at the top of my lungs for no reason. I love when the mirror is just reflecting my light. It's not the best. Oh well, I really did not think about this before I started filming this. Oh god, this is going to be such a long video. Yes, the next one is the Sound of Music. I just put myself in the eye. I have seen this film so many times. I used to watch it like every single day when I came home from school. That's why I went through a phase. This also has like the whole soundtrack on it. But I went through a Julie Andrews phase, it's safe to say, because these are literally 2 Julie Andrews films. I mean, it's the Sound of Music. I don't really need to explain the Sound of Music to anyone, because it is its own global icon. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing? You need to. It's brilliant. I promise. You will probably like it. I've never met anyone who didn't. Next one I have, be really careful when I say this, is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. The Amount of Trouble. That was this boy in my primary school. He had, what's the word? Oh, I can't remember the word. Basically, he was in speech therapy because he had like a, I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. He couldn't pronounce ch. He used to change him to sh. I remember because we had the book of this in the primary school library, the amount of problems it used to cause, because obviously he would, substitute. And I didn't realise, and like none of the kids realised that it was actually a bad word. Oopsies. Including him. So, like it was perfectly innocent. We were like 5. Oh dear, it's so bad. Yeah, this is quite a good one. I do quite like this one. I have seen this one on stage. I've also seen The Sound of Music on stage, but that was quite good on stage. The next one, these are the ones that people might actually have heard of. I mean, Sound of Music most people would have, but Wicked. Ooh, oh, that kind of works. This was the first CD I ever bought myself. I bought it in HMV. We will love a good HMV. Well, anyone who buys music, like physical form of music, loves a good HMV. Or DVDs, to be fair, they're also going to love a good HMV. This is obviously the Broadway version, and it's the version I will swear by. I will never change the film version. This is the only version that exists in my head. I do also have the book over there somewhere. I've reorganized my bookshelf, and now I can't remember where I've put anything, because I haven't, got it drummed into my head properly yet. We'll get there in a few weeks, so. But yeah, I love this one. Such a good musical. I've seen it on stage. Brilliant. Scary to think it was over a year ago that I saw it. Ooh, terrified. The next one, thanks to one of my best friends, I got it for my birthday, Sweet 16, is Hamilton. It was kind of funny. I went with one of my other friends to see it in the theatre for her birthday, and I'd purposefully went in completely blind. And it's her favourite thing in the world. I just remember being punched the entire way through the performance because she was like, oh my god, it's the good bit, it's the good bit. And obviously to her, it's her favourite musical ever, so the entire thing was the good bit. But yeah, as you can tell, it's literally 2 discs. Is it 2? Yeah, let me actually open it. It's 4. The lyrics, there's so many lyrics that there's 2 whole lyric books. There's that many lyrics, and it's just lyric after lyric. It's brilliant though. It was very expensive, but it was really worth it. I did love seeing it on stage. And it was really fun to experience that for her birthday, and then for mine, I got the CD of it from our other friend, and then it was just so great to watch it and experience that real big cultural moment. And I love it, and why do you always write like you're running out of time is basically me in an epitome, because I wrote a 6-page essay in an hour the other day and handed it into my teacher with an apology note. Because he has a lot more marking than he was supposed to, because we got told to write like 2 pages and I wrote 6. It's fine. It's fine. I'm on an A grade. You'll forgive me, maybe. If it helps me pass my A levels, I'll take it. But yeah, I do love this. It's so good. It's so funny. I know that sounds really weird because people are like, Hamilton? That ain't funny. It's funny to me. Like, there are bits of it that's funny. It's kind of structured a bit like a Shakespearean play. So, the last musical CD I have is probably my most recent musical one. Is 6. I'm a Tudor obsessive nerd. You can kind of tell by some of the books up there. That's like my little historical fiction-y bit, because they don't fit on my shelves anymore. But yeah, put that back down a bit because it keeps slipping. My phone is balanced on my diary on a pile of books on my bed, because I can't really bother to move all the stuff off my floor to sit down sensibly and film. So here we are. It's fine. But yeah, no, I do love 6. 6 is brilliant. I'm a Tudor obsessive nerd, so it took me a while to get into this because I'm like, it's not historically accurate. And I was like literally manipulating every single detail. But, you know, like, you just gotta let it go. Like, it's funny, it's silly, it's not supposed to be serious. It's one of my missions is to see this live, like on stage at some point, because I'm a theatre lover. So I did book to see it, and then COVID hit, and I was so sad that me and my dad were gonna go, and I was like so upset that I couldn't go. It was like actually upset. I'm still traumatized, but there we are. I did get to see Wicked, and that was the one I really, really, really was dying to see live. Yeah, moving on from musical theatre ones. This is the one that's a little bit geeky and makes me look like I'm Lei Fei, but way less cool. Okay, I'm just gonna... You know what? That works. This is my film scores section. Or, okay, I'm saying film score, and the first thing I'm picking up is literally not even a score. I was gonna say soundtracks. It might be quicker. Because there's a couple of dodgy ones that don't really fit into 2 categories here. Is my mum, basically my parents were teenagers in the 80s, and I obviously watch all their favourite TV shows because, you know, I'm like that. So I have the soundtrack to Robin of Sherwood. Yeah, I love this soundtrack. Is really good. I do love Clannad. They're brilliant. Like, their creativity with making music is genius. Like, they'd put like spoons in pianos. I'm like, who thinks of that? But it sounds really cool. So, you know, go them. But yeah, this is the first soundtrack I've got. I'm gonna try and whiz through these because less people are going to be interested. And yeah, this one, confessably, I burned myself, hence the Asda disc. Ooh. That is actually really weird. You can see the rest of my room. It's an absolute state. Oopsies. Is Anne of the Thousand, the soundtrack to Anne of the Thousand Days. It's not very long, and it's like, kind of not myself, but you know, they don't sell it on CD. What's a girl to do? This one, we're gonna ignore the crack. Is The Other Boleyn Girl. The film. Look, they did the best they could. Okay, I'm a history geek. I take history level, and it really annoys me when things are not historically accurate. This is nowhere near historically accurate. Therefore, the film is one of my pet peeves. However, that said, the soundtrack I love, so I bought it. We're going to ignore the crack in the case because yes, it annoys me too. But there we are. But yeah, it's a really, really beautiful soundtrack, and I absolutely love it. And the photo on the inside is also really pretty. So yeah, it's Other Boleyn Girl. You're probably going to notice the theme. Also with these, I do them in like historical order because a lot of mine are like soundtracks I have for stuff like, you know, they go through. This one. This is my favourite TV show. I have like a little photo of it up there from like an iconic moment. I love this soundtrack. It's probably my favourite film, like television soundtrack, just of all time in general. But there's a really funny story where there's a CD player broke in my mum's car and it wasn't ejecting CDs, and we had this stuck in there for like 17 weeks, I think it was. Just the same CD just going round and round and round and round and round. Good thing I like it, because, you know, I would have been pretty annoyed if not. But yeah, no, I've seen the TV show way too many times, and this is one of my favourites, and it kind of got me hooked on the Medieval Babes. But yeah, it's so good. If you listen to any of them, please listen to that one. That's like the one I love. And then this is one by the same composer. I'm currently watching the TV show. It's Victoria. Yeah, it's a similar thing. It's just with Victoria. And then we have Young Victoria. This was so hard to track down because I bought this off eBay. This is where a lot of like the soundtrack ones are, because they're like a lot more nerdy. Are so specific and so hard to find. These will all go for 50 quid, and I found like a bidding one on eBay for £1, and I bid for it, and it was like, you won the bid. I'm like, I was the only bidder, so I bought it for £1. And free postage. I've never been happier in my life. It's so beautiful, such a beautiful score, and such a beautiful film as well, and a beautiful song at the end. So, you know, great times. This is another one. I'm realizing how I was only 2. I've burnt myself. It's just white. Is a soundtrack to the 2009 television miniseries of Wuthering Heights, starring Tom Hardy. It's where he met his wife. Wuthering Heights is my favourite book. That's rude. I can have like a quote from it up there. So yeah, this is like another Bronte. Is the Tenant of Wadfell Hall. We love the Tenant of Wadfell Hall. I'm actually doing the book for coursework for English, so I also do have the soundtrack. I do listen to this one a lot. It's great because it also has like random bits of Beethoven in it, which I love because I love Beethoven. So, you know, that's also fun. And the next one I have was probably the first like soundtrack I actually asked people to buy me. Was this? It's The Secret Garden from 1993. I absolutely adore this soundtrack. It's probably one of the most beautiful soundtracks ever composed. The guy is Polish, so I'm not gonna credit the composer because this is why I haven't credited most of them. I cannot pronounce the names, and people mispronounce my name a lot. I really don't want to butcher it because I know how it feels, so I'm just going to not say anything. You can just look it up or read it from the bottom. That works too. But yeah, beautiful film, beautiful soundtrack. Takes me to like a specific place every single time. The next, I was going to say they're all beautiful because they basically are. This is another really beautiful one. It's Little Women, the 1993 version, the best version. I do not care what anyone says. It's the best version. Yeah. Beautiful. This is another one that like the second you put it on, it like literally just takes me to the film. Like it's that like iconic and that good. So I have, this was kind of my cousin influenced, the most beautiful cover anyway. Cinderella. My cousin, this is her favourite one. She like had a bit of it at her wedding. She is a little older than me. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful soundtrack. So yeah, there's that. Obviously the cover is phenomenal. Like, you can say no. This one is a bit random. It's just Hotel Transylvania. I don't think I've actually listened to this all the way through because it's really long. It's like 39 tracks. It's insane. It's really beautiful though, but it is insane length. However, I do really love the disc. The disc is hilarious, and this is funny, but the disc is really cool. So yeah, they're brilliant films. I love watching them. But yeah, there's that. And then we have Enola Holmes 2. Like, most of these are from HMV. I'm like, oh, I like the film, and then buy the soundtrack. Yeah, this is good. This is such a good film. I don't know why they're not making a third one. Well, like, they haven't like announced they're making it. They need to make one because like I need to know what's happening. I've read the books, but like still, one of the few series where the films are actually better than the books. Oh my god, I've been doing this so long, my legs are physically getting stiff. But yeah, I might have to do this in like 2 parts. Looking at how much we'll just see. If we get to like 40 minutes, no, I might have to do this in 2 parts to be fair. But yeah, This is a really good one. I don't listen to it that much, just because I tend to listen to like them in the car with my mum, and because the volume goes a lot. It's quite hard to listen to in a car. This is Lying. This is the complete. It's not complete. They have basically bits from each of the films, but they don't have the entire soundtrack, which is really annoying because a lot of my favorite pieces of music aren't on here. Which means I'm gonna have to go and like probably buy the soundtracks to the ones I actually want. And I don't have space. But yeah, no. It's also I'm not gonna undo it for you. Go and show you the discs because it's broken. And it will like explode, and it will take me 10 minutes to put it back together. Okay, Into the Home Straight. These two I'm gonna put together. Oh, Hunger Games: Battles of the Snakes, one of my favorite films. I love it. This is the stuff with the singing on. This is just like the music. They're both really beautiful. I love them. Rachel Zegler has one of the most beautiful singing voices of all time. I'm obsessed with her. The woman is brilliant. What more can we say? But yeah, there's those two. And last one. I think I'm going to do this in 2 parts because I've been waffling for like nearly half an hour. And I'm like not even halfway through yet. It's fine. Is this? It's like a random. I nicked it from my mum. It's like a random movie collection. It has like The Great Escape, James Bond, Indiana Jones, Forrest Gump, Star Wars, Chicken Run, like all on it. It's just like a random little brass one, but I quite like it. It's quite good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this video is going to end up being like 4 parts, I think. 4-part series, fun. But yeah, those are all my non-pop CDs. I hope you enjoy this video. I know it's very long. I'm going to disappear now and actually do the pile of things I need to do. So yes, I will film another part with all my pop CDs later. Bye!